In class 12th, accountants, we are on chapter 3 and my today's topic is revaluation account. And as you know, revaluation account is necessary for reconstitution of partnership. How? At the time of change in profit sharing ratio, admission of a new partner, retirement of existing partner, or at the time of death, the valuation account is prepared by the firm. Now, another name of the valuation account is profit and loss adjustment. So, profit and loss adjustment account, or we can say the valuation account, is prepared at the time of admission also, and it is the basic account. And when the question is prepare necessary account, means you have to prepare the valuation account. Now, revaluation account is a nominal account. Note down, children, this question came in the exam. In fill in the blank, revaluation account is dash. Yaad rakhiye. Be careful. Revaluation account is a nominal account. Now the question is, why nominal account? Give reason. So revaluation account is nominal account because it is based on one golden rule. And that is, do you know the 3 golden rules of general entry of class 11? Yes, the golden rule, third rule is all expenses and losses will be in debit side and all income and gains will be in credit side. That's why revaluation account is a nominal account because it also follows the same rule. Okay, so this revaluation account you will have in your question paper in change in PSR, in admission, in retirement. Okay, this year the death is not in the course, but that question will be there. So not this year, but every year the question related. Now, what is the need of the valuation account, my dear children? Why a firm prepares the valuation? See, there are 2 words. The valuation. The assessment of assets and liabilities. As time passes, maybe the valuation of asset or liabilities may be changed. Some will be increased, some will be decreased. And at the time of admission, new partner wants accurate, actual position of the firm. That's why he always prepare the valuation account, tell me the accurate position of the date, what are the actual assets, what are the actual liabilities. That's why revaluation and reassessment of assets and liabilities are necessary. Maybe some unrecorded assets are there, maybe some unrecorded liabilities are there, maybe some liabilities are not exist at that time, maybe some assets values goes down. That's why we prepare the valuation account, and children, the valuation account shows some profit or loss. But that profit will not, that loss will be distributed among old partners in old ratio. New partner will not share that loss. New partner will not be ready to share the old profits and old losses. Same, old partners will not be ready to give share of old profits to incoming partner. That's why that profit distributed in OP who are old partners, old ratio. So, children, revaluation account is also known as P&L adjustment account. So don't worry if in place of revaluation in the examination that is written prepare P&L adjustment account. That will be same. Okay. Now it is nominal account. See, nominal account includes all losses and all gains. So the rule of general entry, three golden rule, third one, all losses will be debit, all gains will be credit. Yes, and it is prepared to revalue or reassessment of assets and liabilities, and the remaining amount will be distributed among all partners, all ratio. Now I am giving you one keyword. See, revaluation account is based on this keyword. See the format, two sides, same as ledger you have done in class 11. Yes, debit, credit. Particular amount, particular amount. Now see, to asset, D. D means decrease. To asset, decrease. Simply I am telling you, if asset is decreasing, write in debit side. Very simple. Why in debit side? Because the value of asset is decreasing. That is the loss for the business. So all losses will be in debit side. So asset decrease in debit side. Keep it that word in your mind. Asset decrease in debit side. If asset decrease in debit side, it means asset increase in credit side. Yes, very good. Asset decrease in debit side. That's why asset increase in credit side. So you can learn one word, that is DI. Asset increase in credit side means all the gains will be credited according to the third golden rule. Okay, so repeat in your mind, asset decrease in debit side. The asset decrease in debit side. Asset increase in credit side. Now see, asset decrease, depreciated, valueless, and asset increase, some unrecorded asset found, some value as assets value appreciated. Okay, so the word is DI. Asset decrease in debit side, asset increase in credit side, always. Now I am giving you one example. The old value or the value in the balance sheet is 80,000 of stock, now revalued at 60,000. Value of asset decreasing by 20,000. Do you know how to subtract? Yes. Old value or the value in the balance sheet of stock is 80,000 and now it is valued at 60,000. So 20,000 is value of asset decreasing in debits. Okay, now I am giving you another example. The value of land in the books is 1 crore. But when it realized that value is 1.2 crores, here the value is appreciating. The value of asset is increasing. If the value of asset is increasing, we have to enter in credit side. Okay, 20 lakh. Difference amount. Now we are moving towards liabilities. Assets, I. Liabilities, ID. Okay, means liabilities increase will be recorded in debit side and liability decrease will be in credit side. So for asset, you have to learn DI, and for liability is reverse it, ID. Liability increases will be recorded in debit side. Liability increases show that it is a symbol that there will be loss. I am giving you an example. The firm is thinking that they have loan or bank loan of rupees 1 lakh only. But at the time of the assessment, they found that the loan amount is with interest is 1,20,000. 20,000 liability increases that will be recorded in debit side because all losses will be in debit side. Same, liability decreases. Liability decreases means some creditors are not claimed now. Some creditors are not claimed now, or the value of liabilities goes down. So the liability is decreasing means that is gain for the firm, you can save, and it will be in credit. Now we are on the last stage of this. Total of both sides. Find out the balancing figure. If the balancing figure is in debit, that will be profit of the firm. And if the balancing figure is in credit side, that is loss for the firm. And that profit or that loss will be divided among old partners in old ratio. Okay? How do you calculate profit? Total of both sides. In rough column, you can put 2 and find out the balancing figure. If the balancing figure is in debit side, that will be termed as profit. Now, my dear children, how you can say that is profit? Because credit side is greater than debit side, that will be reverse it. If debit total is more than credit, the balancing figure will be in credit side. The loss for the firm. And that profit or loss will be divided among old partners in old ratio. Don't distribute this profit in new ratio, in sacrifice ratio, in gaining ratio. No, that is the old profit and it is for old partners, and that's why it is divided in OP for old partners, old ratio. Okay, so this is the valuation account, or we can say profit and loss adjustment account. It is a nominal account. All losses will be in debit, all gains will be in credit. Okay, why it is prepared? Revaluation means recheck, reassessment, and find out the actual value of assets and liabilities and show it by the changes. Okay? Because new partner will never share the old losses. He is not ready to share the old profit before his admission. And same here, existing partners will not be ready to give the old share or in old profits before his admission. Okay, that's why the valuation account is prepared. Now I am giving you keyword asset decrease in debt. You will learn that word asset decrease in debt. Okay. Now asset decrease in debit, it means asset increase in credit. Decrease in debit, increase in credit. Now, opposite, liabilities. Liabilities increase in debt, liabilities decrease in credit. So, for asset, DI, and for liabilities, ID. Okay, now the balancing figure. If that balancing figure is in debit side, that will be treated as profits, and if that balancing figure is in credit side, loss. Now, children, maybe I am coming on point. Maybe in the exams they will check and tell you their journal entries. So the revaluation, reassessment of assets and liabilities through journal entries. Then, my dear children, do here. In working note, you can prepare evaluation account. It is necessary to prepare evaluation account. Otherwise, how will you calculate profit or losses? Okay, so see how to pass the journal entries. First entry for decrease in asset. Simple. Revaluation account debit to asset. Name the asset. Like just now I told you, value of stock decreasing. Then what will be the journal entry? Yes, valuation account debit to stock. So if assets value is decreasing, revaluation account debit to asset. If the value of asset is increasing, what will be the entry? Reverse it. Yes. Got smart. I am giving you one keyword only. Asset decrease in debit side. Now you have to make the opposites and find out the answers easy. Now see that side. Asset increasing. What will be the general entry? Yes. Land account debit to revaluation account. Just now I give you example. Value of land is increasing. Okay, children. So land account debit to revaluation account by 20 lakh. I gave you one example now. The firm is thinking that they have value of land is 1 crore. But the actual value of land at the time of evaluation is 1 crore 20 lakh. Here the value of land is appreciated. So what to do? Show this 20 lakh in revaluation account. Okay, so how to write it? By then, okay, now pass the general entry. Land account debit to revaluation. Okay, second entry. Now come on third entry. For entering liabilities. Just now I gave you that liability increase. The loan amount firm is thinking that they have 1 lakh, but with interest that is 1 lakh 10,000. So here 10,000 liability is increasing by 10,000 rupees. So what the general entry will be? Revaluation account debit to value account 10,000 to lakh. Okay. Now come on to the liability. Just now I told you that creditors are not going to claim on 5,000. The form is the creditors of 5,000 rupees are not going to claim now. Okay, so what to do now? By creditors 5,000. So general entry will be yes. From ledger we can make general entry. In the class 11th I explained. You know it very well. Yes. By creditors. So entry will be creditors account debit to revaluation account. Good. Now we are on the last stage. That is calculating profit and loss. There will be profit, my dear children. Okay. So what entry will be passed? Revaluation account debit to A's capital to B's capital. Revaluation account debit A's capital to B's capital. And in narration you will write profit of revaluation distributed among old partners in old ratio. I am telling you again how to pass the general entry for profit. Revaluation account debit A's capital to B's capital. In place of A and B, some other partners are there. You have to write the name of partners and divide that balancing figure in OPUR. Old partners old ratio. Same for loss. Reverse that entry. Yes. A's capital account debit. B's capital account debit to revaluation account. And in the narration, you will write simple loss at the time of the valuation will be distributed among old partners. Okay? So these general entries may be there in your exam. Don't be afraid, all are of same. Now I am giving you one question. At the time of the valuation, firm found an unrecorded asset of rupees 5,000. What will be the general entry? At the time of revaluation of assets, firm found an unrecorded asset of rupees 5,000. What will be the general entry? Or where will you record it? See, this type of questions may be there in multiple choice questions or in one mark question also. So just now I gave you the example. Unrecorded asset found means the value of asset is increasing. So increasing means in credit side. Okay. So what would I buy unrecorded asset? 5,000 rupees. But the question is journal entry. Simple. Unrecorded asset account debit to revaluation account. Okay. Clear? So same for unrecorded asset. There may be some unrecorded liability also. So follow the same process. Unrecorded liability. What will be the general entry? Liability. Unrecorded liability of rupees 2,000 for electricity bill, outstanding bill. So the general entry will be revaluation account debit to outstanding liability or outstanding liability. Now children, the treatment of liabilities and provisions will be same. If provision is increasing, enter in debit side. Decreasing, enter in debit. I'm sure you must understand. If any doubt, you can